college thing is deeper. It's much, much deeper. Young ladies, you got to be prepared to take care of yourself. You got to have the best education that you can possibly get while you're waiting on your knight in shining armor to come along. Because given today's trends, he's going to be late. So if you waiting on Ray Ray and Pookie, they're going to be a little bit late. And we have the proof in front of us that they're going to be late. Let's throw a few numbers out there. I just want you to take these numbers away. Between 1990 and 2010, that's a 20-year period, 1990 to 2010, 1.2 million African Americans received a 4-year college degree. It's pretty good news, right? 1.2 million African Americans received a 4-year college degree. The bad news about that 1.2 million that received a college degree was that 875,000 were African American females. Let me say that over again one more time. Between 1990 and 2010, 1.2 million degrees, baccalaureate degrees, were conferred upon African Americans. Of that 1.2 million, 875,000 were conferred upon African American women. Now, let's see what that looks like in terms of us as a society. Suppose that was all the people in the world. We factored out everything. Some people say, I don't want to be married, I don't want to do this, and I got other preferences. But let's just say we factored out all of the other things and we still had the same number of people. And if every female that graduated from college during that period of time said, I want to marry an African American man with a degree, that would obviously be mathematically impossible. It's harsh reality, but the numbers just don't add up. The numbers that has all kinds of implications for family, it has implications for society, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, sister, in order to have a husband that is a college-educated, intellectual, thinking, reasoning, African-American man, when you go away, because I know the sisters are going to go away to college. I know my man, he's got the pick of the litter at Grand Valley. What you need to do is you need to take Ray Ray and Pookie with you. And put them in the same classes you're in, put them in the same degree you're in, and go lockstep, step by step with him until he gets his degree. Now, I say that a little bit in jest, but you literally have to almost do that. Because we have a serious gap. How does that gap manifest in real terms? It manifests in real terms that in the African American community, according to the last Urban League study, 63 cents out of every dollar in the African American community is generated by an African American female. Think about that. 63 cents out of every dollar in the African American community is generated by an African American female. We don't even want to get into all the ramifications of that. Gentlemen, did you hear that? Yes, sir. Last thing you want is your wife getting up, going to work, leaving you some change on the dresser. It's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. But you might need some of that because you're only going to have 37 cents. Try to balance that out. So we can see the whole economic implications in terms of not having a good, solid educational foundation underneath. And we haven't even gotten into talking about educating our children after you're married, because I'm always focusing on family and your grandchildren and preserving some level of wealth, something that you can pass on. And that becomes important. So there's a whole ripple effect to attending college or to not attending college. You know, I was always motivated to go to college because when I was your age, 16, 17, there's only 3 things in life that I wanted. Air conditioning, a car that was almost new, and unlimited Pepsi Cola. That drove me to do well in school. I said, I don't ever again, after living in an inferno, say I want to live somewhere without air conditioning. Yeah. I don't ever want to be without a car that's at least almost new. And that's my weakness to this day is Pepsi Cola. I love me some Pepsi Cola. I chose my first girlfriend in high school because of Pepsi Cola. Seriously. I went to her house. She had a very, very beautiful home. She invited me over to meet her parents. The dad was out in the backyard. There was a garage on the backyard. I went out in the yard, and there were 2 nice cars in the garage. And I went in the garage to meet her dad. And for those of us who are old school, they had Pepsi Cola. They used to have the wooden case, 24 bottles in a case. I walked in that garage, and I saw Pepsi Cola stacked all the way to the ceiling. And I said, the Lord is my shepherd, I see what I want. I almost married Lena Diggs for her Pepsi Cola. You know, I thought I had struck the gold line. I would go over, dating, I'd go over and see her on Saturday evening. By the time I left home, my whole face was broken out. And I tried to drink up as many of them as I possibly could. You know, so I say that because you have to have a goal, you have to have a reason, you have to recognize the importance of education, and you have to recognize above all that it's not just about you. And that's the reason why a lot of young people fail, because they feel like it's just me. If I don't make it, it's just me. You will be. I'm gonna sit down. Thank you very much. Throat was getting a little dry. Because if you don't make it, who will? We always feel that if we don't do something in life, somebody else will do it. We say, well, you know, if I don't do it, if I don't be successful, somebody else will do it. I don't do it. You have got to get up every morning and say to yourself, if I don't do this, it might not get done. It might not get done. You control your own destiny. You don't particularly believe that or embrace that today because a lot of you are young and you think about what's going to happen later on this weekend, and that's fine. But some of the things that I'm saying today, you will remember these things a year from now, 5 years from now, when you're my age, maybe Mr. Johnson's age. He's younger than me. And you will remember. So I don't expect you this evening to internalize everything that I say. I don't expect you to remember everything that I say. But I expect what I say this evening to just simply begin to make you think. To think about college, to think about your destiny,